and welcome back to Make It to Merge. I'm Coop.
I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Will.
And we are back recapping the explosive first week of Australian Survivor, Australia versus the world.
Explosive.
Explosive. What a bloody week it has been. I cannot believe that we are finally here talking about Australia versus the world. We've been waiting for this season for a long time.
It's been a long time coming. 6 months, probably.
How long it's been?
More?
I'd say
Less?
so.
I don't know. A long time.
Too long.
Too long.
So I feel like we need to get started. Trying to find my notes quickly, sorry.
Oh dear, I thought you'd be prepared.
It's because I'm all, my notes are all over the shop.
Coop, are you looking for your notes about the opening? Because I feel like you can really go off note with that. Because how many times did you watch it?
Yeah.
I watched it about 10 times, that opening.
This is the first 9 minutes of episode one,
so
right? Yeah.
they released it, was it the day before, 2 days before?
I think it was
It must have been
no,
2
I think
days.
it was 2 days before.
We watched it, right?
Yeah, enough time for us to watch it, like a note line by line by the time it actually airs.
Yeah, so this was another one of those moments where I was eating my porridge, blissfully unaware
spilt
of
porridge
what had
situation.
unfolded because I hadn't yet turned my phone off
was
Do
so
Not
mad.
Disturb. When I finally did, I had notifications up the wazoo, if that's the express. Is that an expression?
It's an expression.
Yeah, the one
From Kirsty, like, where are you? I thought, oh, not another JLP firing situation. No,
been fired again?
it was a million times better the first 9 minutes. I think it's the greatest 9 minutes of anything that I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think I can really convey the frustration of me like seeing that. Firstly, I saw that the promo was going to drop and I had like the 15-minute countdown. And then I saw it and like nothing from the pair of you. I thought Will's probably asleep and I knew you'd be eating your porridge. I knew with your phone on Do Not Disturb. And I was like, oh, should I call her? But I was like, oh, she'll think someone's died if I phone and it'll give her a right fright. But I was honestly sat there like looking at my phone, refreshing it until you watched it because I just knew you were going to go nuts for this promo because I was screeching to myself when I watched it.
I wish so much that we could have watched it like side by side because I had to obviously watch it on my phone.
Yes.
So I couldn't be messaging you at the same time. But really, I wanted to message at like every second breakdown.
A live
just to be
message.
like, a live. I needed that badly. But it was a joyful porridge. And then I had to go and wake up Will to be like, I mean, it's a worthy reason to wake
Oh,
someone up.
100%.
I feel like you should have woken him in a Survivor worthy way. So like, you know, the old pot. Like season one when Andrew got woken up to do the yoga.
Let's do yoga.
Oh my God, if only but do you know what? I just wasn't thinking straight. I was that high on adrenaline after that first 9 minutes.
I don't think I thought straight all day after I watched it 5 times in a row.
Oh my God. You know what it reminded me of almost? Like, you know, when you go to watch a concert and you've been like so excited to see whoever it is for however long. And then before they come onto the stage, you get like the pre-video and it's them like in some kind of iconic situation. They're like, you know, arriving to the theatre or whatever it is. And then you see them on stage and the audience starts like scream and your adrenaline starts. It was like that. I was like seeing all these faces in that promo.
It was like how JLP used to show up to the live finals.
Oh, God.
But like 10 times better.
Oh, 10 times better. I mean, it was amazing. The whole choreography of the thing was just brilliant.
It was beautiful.
It was cheesy, but the right amount of cheesy, you know? It was like still like, abort, there's someone on the runway. Like,
So I feel like we should talk about just quickly some highlights from that promo.
Yeah.
Obviously, Luke in the body bag.
Oh, surprise, mother trucker.
That was a part where I like overflowed with excitement and kind of let out a little screech when I was mid-watch.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Well, Shawnee on the runway.
Iconic.
Shawnee.
Yeah.
Iconic. And then who do we have next?
We've got, so then after that, you've got Sarah and Kirby.
Stepping off the plane,
Stepping off the plane.
Fine.
They had a
Didn't
small
get much.
part.
Yeah.
Was all right.
Rebel Queen. Sarah just got brushed over entirely,
Yeah.
which was annoying.
But then they did the same to Suri. Suri didn't have anything either. I guess they were pressed for time, maybe.
Oh, yeah, but you
But I
don't
know,
cut
you would give-
bloody unless they thought, oh, well, everyone knows Suri. She needs
Yeah.
no intro.
Yeah, maybe. So then we get the Mad King, George.
Oh my God, when he's going through the airport security with that.
with his crown, yeah.
Crown. We love when
My
he's-
favourite is him like, I'm coming in hot with this dad bod. And he's doing that little wobble.
The shimmy.
The shimmy, yeah.
Obsessed.
So good. I love that.
my
Love
ass is doubled inside. And then we get the
Janine?
golden. Oh, sorry. I
When's
glazed
Janine?
over
Was she
Janine.
before?
I think she might be before George.
Anyway, Janine is also there. And
Then that golden god moment.
it's the music and the joy on his face as he's in that truck.
Yeah, you know what?
Pounding the roof.
Pounding the roof. Oh my god, the whole the flags on the back, the kind of like it's interspersed, isn't it, with him being like, Golden God is back.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to start the pods earlier, like, make it emerge as back.
I think we'd lose all our listeners in the first 10 seconds.
No. What?
But yeah, then, and we find this out as well. Well, you can kind of tell from the promo that the people waiting don't know, like he's not told anyone that he's going to be in it. So what we see is like an actual genuine reaction.
And it did honestly feel genuine as well.
Yeah.
Luke getting in the truck like, I thought there was no way, brother.
Yeah, that really seems so genuine.
Yeah.
Although I did have the thought that like they made him into such a big target, didn't they, by making him do that?
Man,
it was very Sandra, Blood v. Water, when they forced her to come in that helicopter and just fuming about it.
Chuk, 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 chuk. The thing is, like, I mean, to be fair, if you don't know Dave by now, like, I mean,
Yeah.
you've got no hope.
Those
Although
players
apparently Kirby. Did Kirby? No, Kirby didn't know who Dave was.
Kirby
Did she?
must have known who
She
Dave
must do.
was. I
Even
think.
though she's never
she
watched
did.
any.
I mean, she kind of directed that towards the World Tribe when she said it.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like she.
I mean, as we'll get into later on, we know she obviously identified him as a huge threat.
Yeah.
Anyway. Maybe that was
she
the
even
truck,
says
though.
in the promo that she wants to be the God Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, she definitely does know who they are. But anyway, so we get them all piling into the US, not the US, the Australian truck.
Truck, yeah.
Then one of my favorite lines from the thing is when JLP is like, at the helm of the invading force. And then we just see Big Tony coming in on that truck. Oh my God.
He looks so cool.
So cool.
I think I cried when I saw that. Like an actual wee tear fell from my eyes.
And it was really like emotional how they were like where it all began
Oh, God.
25 years ago, whatever they were. Oh, it was so good. Then we've obviously got Pav in the truck.
I've been playing this game for decades.
And I love when
I've
she's
won
like,
it once.
Yeah.
Should have won it twice.
Yeah.
And now I'm back to do it
Wow,
on the
you
world.
guys really have watched
We
it
watched
a
it
lot.
so many times.
Yeah. So we see the US players and then we move on and we get the rest of the world tribe.
Yes.
Now, I feel like we need to disclose to the listeners that we've had a low-key obsession with Rob's promo snippet. This is pre the 9 minutes.
Rob Bentelli,
when he's saying that like there's Australians running around calling themselves gods and kings.
Yeah.
He wants to give them a long overdue
Devil of a thrashing.
Compliments of Africa.
Compliments of Africa.
Compliments of Africa.
Compliments.
We
of
watched
Africa.
that promo so many times.
Yeah,
And then in that
so
9
cool.
minutes, you get to see him coming in on the truck. He's fist pumping.
Bit much.
And we get an extended cut of that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
His sole purpose is to restore balance to the world of Survivor. It's very. You've not seen Star Wars, have you?
I have
But it's very-
actually seen one Star Wars.
I made her watch a Star Wars.
Star Wars. Let's not go down this rabbit hole. But it was very Star Wars vibes, like restoring balance to the force.
Yeah, he's the chosen one here to bring balance to the force. Yeah.
Well,
Iconic.
It
And
was.
then we get Tommy as well with that wolf
Love that
howl.
intro coming in on the motorbike, like,
Oh my
so good.
so good.
and
That made me like Tommy instantly.
Yeah.
I was obsessed. And obviously, as Coop just mentioned, we were obsessed with Rob's opening. So I kept putting the video back to rewatch Rob's bit, but I kept like hitting in the middle of the like Tommy section, and I've seen that howl about 50 times.
Oh,
And it's made the credits.
Yeah.
With the howl.
yeah.
With the howl noise.
Kept the sound in. So good.
so good.
And then also Lisa's was pretty iconic as well when she's like, I'm the reigning champion of New Zealand, because they cancelled it after I won. Overall, just you could not have wished for anything more from the first 9 minutes.
No.
So,
Cass was there too.
oh yeah, but she didn't really have much.
I can't remember what her thing was.
Her thing was I'm going to vote your butt.
Oh, that was in this promo as well. Yeah, yeah. It was kind of nice. I said it in French,
Yeah, I like the
I like the French.
like the touch of French.
Yeah, I like that. Like,
So we obviously watched this like so many times that when it finally came to the actual episode, oh my God, I feel like I just could not have been more excited.
Oh, sorry. We've missed a very crucial part of
Oh God,
this.
what?
Jeep Jono.
Jono, yeah.
How could we
I know.
gloss over that?
Tying it all together at
You've
the end.
forgotten him already, Coop. He's not even
Like a
gone.
distant memory at this
I
point.
know you don't care about JLP anymore.
I loved him in that Jeep.
I
He
know.
looked so happy.
He did. Apart from the bit where he was not looking at the road, you could tell he really wanted to look at the road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just that he was not on board with the irresponsible
Yeah, he's a
driving.
safe driver.
Yeah. I mean,
He's a doctor.
I was going to say he's a
professional.
medical professional, can't be careering around the roads.
Careering.
Right. Well, let's get on and actually talk.
Get it on.
Get it on.
Yeah,
Australia versus the world, episode 1.
So like we'd obviously watched this promo so many times that when we actually saw it and then it's like, oh my God, there's more.
Yeah, fresh content.
Feel real.
Yeah.
So exciting. So, I mean, we're pretty much straight into it. They're both out onto Australia comes out onto the mats.
Yes.
And then we see the world tribe.
Yes, and someone shouts out, "It's 3!" And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I hear my
I
name."
heard my name, yeah.
No,
And then
please.
we've got Sarah like, poverty,
Yeah.
freaking out. So, you know, when the world tribe come in,
Yeah.
it really gives me like, you know, that part in Monsters Inc. where like the top scarers come onto the scare floor and it's like slow motion. They're all walking out and all the like little helper monsters are like, oh my God, it's Sullivan.
Oh my God, it's Tony.
Yeah. Because these are like, they're the Mount Rushmore as well.
Well,
some of
they
them.
literally, yeah, that's how people define them, isn't it? The Mount Rushmore of Survivor.
Yes.
You're just missing one.
Yeah. Two.
Two.
Yeah, we had to check earlier.
Okay.
Sandra and Boston Rob.
Of
But
course.
anyway, either way, just iconic when this world tribe comes out.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have both Tony and Sari in this initial mat chat saying they are willing to lose limbs for this game.
It's the World Championship of Survivor. It's never happened before.
Well,
This literally will define the greatest Survivor player in the world.
Oh my God. You get me all riled up.
I know, same. Jeez.
So we are straight pretty much into the reward challenge.
Yeah, although I want to just make a wee note first of Kirby saying that she didn't watch Survivor before her season. She hasn't watched it again since and doesn't know who anyone is.
Has no idea who any of them are, yeah.
I just get like the contrast. Like everyone else is like, oh my God, it's Tony. And then she's like, I don't know any of you.
Yeah. Do you reckon that'll work in her favour or against?
If she's telling the truth, it could work in her favour because
Yeah.
it means she's not as, she doesn't find them as imposing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're just
Starstruck.
another person to me. We're playing Survivor.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, whatever.
But then again, she doesn't strike me as someone to get starstruck anyway. So even if
she's
she
very
had
cool.
watched, she's so cool.
Cold as ice.
Yeah. So yeah, onto the reward challenge then. It's this big
First challenge of the season.
first challenge of the season. We've got the big slide where you kind of have to race down.
Yes.
A classic. And do you have a fun fact about
Well,
that?
I don't know if this is actually right, but I think it was the first challenge in this new incarnation of Australian Survivor. So back in season 1, I feel like it might have been the first challenge.
So it may or may not be a fact,
I
but
might
if
be
it is,
wrong.
it's very cool if that is a
Yeah.
fact.
I definitely remember it early on. I remember in Champions vs Contenders, they definitely had it. But
I'm sure it was I trust your memory. Let's
okay,
go with
let's
that.
go with it. I'm normally right about these things. No.
And that would be like a nice kind of nod.
A nice callback.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a fun challenge as well.
It is fun.
It's so
It is
fun.
They get them straight into it. Really enjoyed them calling out the Flint and Shawnee being like, boring.
Love that. I just love the general no one cares about
Yeah.
camp. No one cares about the survival act.
Yeah, they say this early on, don't they? It's like no one's really doing
no
this,
one cares.
doing the survival bit.
It's like, you know you can survive. No one cares.
They've all proved it before.
Yeah, and it comes up later on when Shawnee and Kirby are talking, and Shawnee's like, "Oh, the camp is off to a great start then," and Kirby's like, "Yeah, it's not started at all. No one cares."
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like bamboo strewn across the floor, palm fronts like not weaved. Just tossed. Right, I feel like we need to talk about this David and Rob reward standoff because they're walking up the stairs to the challenge and immediately Golden God is all over Rob with the strat chat.
He's playing the game straight away.
It's such a good move though, because that alliance is going to be like really come into it later on, isn't it? Those two.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was a
Pivotal.
game-changing.
Pivotal part in the season. A very important thing. When Tommy and George are at the top of the big slide, and Tommy, I don't know if he was trolling, but he says to George, "Oh, are you good at sports?"
George's like, no, terrible. Also, we saw the reveal of George's budgie smuggler.
Oh, yeah.
So
Everyone
what
calling
is
out
George-
budgie smugglers.
What is George wearing? And also we saw Lisa say he's insufferable.
Yeah,
Oh,
she,
yeah.
she is not a fan.
Well, it's just because he's got some budgie smugglers. Maybe it's that Oz versus New Zealand rivalry starting to kick up straight away.
Maybe that'll be it. And also George won.
Yeah, that
He
was
did.
That was probably the most shocking thing we've seen in the season so far.
revelation.
I would say so. I don't think he's ever won anything, has he?
Talk about
Obviously,
blindsides.
we do need to talk about the box.
Oh, yeah, the Pandora's
Yeah, so-
box.
Yeah, so
That's
Rob
made a
picks the
return.
box, the boxy woxy.
We see like on his exit interview that he is like didn't actually want to choose that. He like, everyone was just telling him to.
Yeah, 'cause it was
Yeah.
just a distraction. Everyone's running around looking,
But to
calling
be
themselves
fair-
gods and kings and looking for keys.
To be fair, that's the first thing anyone's going to take, right? Because
Surely.
whatever's in that box is going to be important. In some
Spicy.
way.
It's an idol clue.
advantage or an idol clue, yeah. Something.
Something.
Let's move on and talk about when they're at the beach, because I just get this sense that like the game has started immediately. They do a quick kind of round robin to introduce themselves, but I don't really feel like it's needed. They're pretty much playing
I did enjoy
straight
that.
away.
It was like Suri, like, yeah, so I'm Suri, I'm from the USA. You can tell everyone's just stood around going, yeah, we know.
Yeah. You're
Tony's just like, well, yeah, thanks for that.
Tony, hi, I'm Tony. I'm also from America.
Yeah. I think it obviously speaks to the level that we're at.
I'm Tony. I'm a construction worker. It would work on Kirby.
It would. Might have worked on Rob as well, because I don't think he'd seen that this season.
I hadn't seen America.
Yeah.
But Rob identifies very, very quickly that the three Americans together are, and I quote, dangerous. He says to Cass that these Americans will finish us. So he's aware that they need to stick together as a four and vote out one of the Americans, and he is adamant about that. Meanwhile, on the Australia beach, it's a bit more low key. We've got Dave and Luke saying,
Do we need to chat? No.
yeah, and that's it. Alliance formed. They know where they're at. George tries to reform the Spice Girls with Shawnee,
Yeah.
and somewhat successfully.
Yeah, and I think the good thing is that he doesn't have any bad blood towards Shawnee.
Exactly. No animosity there.
That's nice of him to forgive and forget.
Back to the World Tribe, Rob is doing confessionals to camera where he is promising that an American will go home first from this game. This immediately to me was red flag.
There's definitely a running theme in this episode, and that theme is Rob ticking every single survivor box which says that you're going home this episode.
Yeah.
He's like, I promise you this person's going home. I'm safe. He says all these kind of things.
I'll be running this tribe.
Yeah.
It's going to be an easy vote. That's the main
Oh,
one.
yeah. He said it was an easy vote.
Right. Quick question here. Has anyone ever, like, been at a challenge, their tribe's lost, they find out they're going to tribal, they've said, oh, well, at least it's an easy vote tonight. Has anyone ever said that and not gone home?
The only time it's ever been that way is when it was an easy vote to all vote for Raymond when he was faking being asleep that time. That's the only time, I think.
But if it was Valeria saying it, then she did go home.
Yeah, true. I don't think it's ever come off.
It's almost
I
like
really
the editor's code at this point. It's like, it's not even a subtle nod anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like, if someone says that in the episode, they could have said it like at any time, but the editors have slipped it in there
And
that they look like a fool.
And they're usually the first person you see saying it after the challenge loss, because actually it was 3 for 3 in these 3 episodes, because we had that. Then in the next episode, you've got Dave saying easy peasy bingo bango about putting George out. Yeah. And then in the third one, like, you have George saying, I'm feeling great about this.
They will bow to their king.
3 for 3,
Yeah, exactly. And it's always very soon on at the start of the scramble. And you just think, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's a bit
Actually,
like...
this was even pre the challenge, he was saying.
He was very confident.
Yeah.
It's a bit like there used to be this thing in Scooby-Doo where it was like the villain was always the second person they met for ages. It's a bit like, you know, the person going home is always the first person they show after the challenge saying it'll be easy. Let's test that. Let's see what happens for the rest of the season. I'm going to really, really take note of this.
We're on to those editors. We've cracked their code.
I'll feed back every episode and if it was the first person to say or not.
It's a new version of Blindside Bingo.
Well, because we're doing so well.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about the first immunity challenge because it was a big Survivor classic. We had that humongous staircase and Jono made it very clear it was heavy, which they had to move into position, climb up. Then they had those big blocks that they had to form into another staircase. My first point on this, Rob basically moved the entire staircase by himself. He didn't even break a sweat. Did you see it?
He was just strolling.
He was pushing so hard that it was pivoting like to the left.
Yeah. Whereas the Australian tribe, and there is some muscle on that Australian tribe.
Oh, yeah, Dave's there.
They were like
miles behind, like really sweating and
struggling. I swear, like he was basically one-handed. Like he was... What a guy.
Yeah. I also absolutely loved when George said to Shawnee, oh, look, we're pushing the blocks this time. After that time they threw the challenge out. I'm not pushing it.
Those boxes.
Those boxes.
Here's a question. Ooh. So we have on the staircases, we've got the kangaroo for the Aussies.
Oh, yeah.
What's this world?
It's a bird.
Yeah, Sari called it a bird at one point when they were throwing sandbags. She was like, throw it right at that bird.
What's the connection?
Well, I don't know what the connection is. It feels like a vulture of some kind, but I don't really know why that's the world.
The world bird, I don't know, but they're really leaning into these animals, aren't they? They're everywhere.
They are.
They're just on everything. Every single block, on all the bags. I want one of those kangaroo
I mean,
bags.
if you designed cool logos like that, you'd want it on everything.
Oh, I'd have that roo everywhere.
Yeah.
I really do like the blue and pink of the World Tribe as well.
It's
it's
nice,
like blue with like a neon pink highlight.
This may be a stupid question, but which is your preferred of the two icons?
The roo.
Yeah, the room. Is it for you as well?
I actually do quite like that bird.
The bird.
I think it's quite cool, yeah.
It is
quite cool.
I just want to know the backstory. I want to know the
Yeah, I would
connection.
like to know the connection, but it's cool.
Do you like how on the Australia banner it says Aussies?
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't say Australia.
Obsessed.
At the top of the staircase, we get Golden God literally lifting one of those blocks on his back.
Oh, yeah.
And George is like hollering out, what a beast the Golden God is.
Yeah.
He is going for the suck up at this point, isn't he?
He is obsessed with the Golden God.
He is, but what's the game?
I think he was George.
Yeah, I think he's just fallen under a spell like so many people before him. Yeah, it's like you meet the Golden God. He's a beautiful, big, charismatic man.
Yeah.
I'd be
How
toast.
can you, right? Like, yeah. I mean, who can resist, really?
I know.
No,
yeah, I
you
think we'd all be the same.
We'd all be toast. Or if we ever met Parv.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd be...
Do you know what else I was thinking? I would love to just see one full episode of George just like bumbling around the camp. Like reluctantly lifting sticks.
lifting himself up on a bamboo pole for some reason.
Yeah, like just really reluctantly doing anything.
Yeah, because there must be like a good 10 hours in the day where he's just
Milling about.
yeah, in his sandals and socks.
And his budgie smugglers.
Yeah. So back to the immunity challenge then. It ends with the slingshot and we see Golden God and King of the Jungle take it home for the Australians, and it's the World Tribe off to the first tribal council. Now, back at the beach, the scramble is like imminent. So much wild stuff happens in this scramble. So to start with, we've got Rob getting all four of the worlds to vote for Siri to start with.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it all pops off. So then Parvati goes up to Rob and is trying to make a connection with him using her flirtation skills.
Yes.
But
the Black
Rob
Widow strikes again.
But he's somehow like immune to it because he's trying to do his own flirtation.
Well, he said himself he's got those hypnotic eyes.
They both do.
They're both trying to out-flirt each other.
Yeah. Then Parv drops this bombshell. That she knows that Dave wants to work with him because they were on another show together. It's quite surprising.
I was surprised she blew open that secret.
Yeah.
Like basically day one.
Yeah.
Well, it was day one or day two, but yeah, straight away.
You know what? I reckon she must have sensed that the Americans were in trouble and needed to quickly form a bond with him. And she'd obviously seen them talking and she knows Dave. She trusts his judgment. So thought this is someone that I could work.
I think she did say that's what she was doing because Suri was working Lisa. I mean, I would say it was more the other way around. Lisa was working Suri. And then she said she was going to work Rob. So they were maybe thinking, pull those two in.
Yeah.
Have the majority. Although I think actually all of this happened pre-challenge loss.
Did it?
Yeah,
I
think it did. And then I think, so next thing, they're all like just standing in the ocean and then Parv comes over and there's that really strange conversation where Rob's like, you tell me who you want to go.
Yeah, and she's like, well, no, you tell me. There's four of you.
Yeah.
Like, who are you saying?
Yeah.
It was such a weird position to put her in because she obviously didn't want to vote Suri or Tony.
Like, how about Suri? Like,
yeah. It was pretty odd, wasn't it?
It was so odd. And yeah, we found out after that Rob had never watched American Survivor. Apparently he knew all the Australians, had never watched American Survivor and didn't know it was a bad idea to suggest to Parv voting out Suri.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's...
At least explains
I did wonder why he was like, do you not know of this connection?
Insane move. Like,
it was
this
Hey, you know your best friend of like decades. Survivor.
Yeah.
Do you want to vote her out? Don't think so, actually. No, I'm going to
I
take
don't
a pass
know.
on that.
Then we're done, Sarah.
Well, yeah. She was like, yeah.
You're going.
I bet our friendship on it.
I'm all about the loyalty to Kirby, who I've just met.
Just going back, sorry, because there's more I want to talk about Rob.
Sorry, I'm
jumping way
derailing
ahead.
us. I'm like Tony. I'm a runaway train. Giddy.
No, you're not. But I just wanted to ask you. So the Suri and Lisa conversation, where Lisa is saying like she literally can't believe she's playing with Suri. Who? Because you just alluded to it, but like, who do you think is in control of that relationship? But from what we know about Lisa, she plays up on that I'm just a fan that's ended up on this show thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that actually she might be using that to her advantage to get in
Yeah.
with Suri.
Yeah, I think it's a mutually beneficial relationship, but I also think Lisa will never vote out Suri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Lisa is definitely just a real big fan of Suri, as most people
Yeah.
would be.
As everyone in the world
Yeah.
should be.
She's literally like speaking for the fan at
Yes.
home.
She is
isn't she?
literally
Yeah.
fangirling.
Yeah.
When she's like, "Oh, me and Suri have got a plan."
Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying me and Suri. I mean,
Imagine,
totally get it.
imagine though, like one of us on Survivor, but oh yeah, me and Boston Rob are gonna
Oh my god.
me and Boston Rob are gonna blindside.
Imagine.
Me and
my
Boston
God.
Rob are going to blindside Tony.
No,
Who
I think I would die.
Oh,
So then, right, let's go back to this Parv and Rob thing.
I'm not over it.
Bozzy Robbie.
Buzzy Rob.
What's he, Robbie?
Right, going back to Parv and Rob.
Not
I said-
Boston Rob.
No,
Rob Bentelli.
and Telly.
Yeah.
I still just cannot get over like how this whole thing went down. So Parv becomes aware that he has now flipped and wants to vote Parv out.
Yeah, did you love that wee conversation she had with Lisa and Kaz where she's like, "Oh, is it me?" And then she's like, "Oh my God, it's me. Isn't it? It's me."
Yeah. But she definitely already
She
knew. at
knew.
that point.
She knew.
Yeah.
Because, and do you know why she knew? Because Rob went over to Suri and Tony and said to them, they said to them it was going to be Parv. But then he also said to Suri, "You better get out there."
Oh, yeah.
Start having some chat because your name's coming up. Yeah, because he was putting her name up.
I also loved it when Suri had her confessional. She's like, this ain't our first rodeo.
Yeah.
I also loved as well when Rob was coming over to them about it, and Tony's like, "No one's talking to us. Is anyone saying like, oh, we need to get out, Tony?"
Yeah.
So much.
Just missed the mark so much. They know.
He's definitely just like bothered about himself at that point. I mean, you totally would be. Like,
Well, yeah.
That little bit of paranoia just seems
Oh, well,
Anyone saying, get out, Tony?
if he'd said yes, do you think Tony would have gone nuclear?
I would have loved it if just to mess with
Just to
him
mess with
said
him.
yes. Like he would have
Have him bored.
instantly just like bolted into the jungle, like looking for an idol, having conversations. All we've
Carving
seen
a
so
fake
far.
idol.
How did you not find an idol?
Making a spy shack.
Why has he not made a spy
Where?
shack?
Yeah.
We need to
He's
see
not
some-
needed to yet. Him and imagine if him and Luke make a spy shack together.
Oh my God.
It's like a father-son thing.
A clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, imagine being on Survivor and being like, me and Tony are just off to make a spy shot.
Stop.
Me, Tony, and Luke.
Gonna spy on Boston Rob and Bart.
Oh my God, that would be the dream.
But going back to that conversation you talk about, where Parv's asking, and then she figures out it's her. I think it also goes to see her social game, right? It's like she's been playing this game so long, decades, that she can I mean, they were not good at hiding it for a start. They clammed up instantly. Just
Yeah.
What do we do? What do we do?
Parvati's asking us if it's her.
Let's just say nothing.
So she could obviously instantly call it just from that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could, to be fair, but Parv is just next level. She knows.
Oh my God, it's me.
So good.
Who'd have thought?
And then, so we get then the vote switch where Parv's like, right, if it's her, it's going to be Rob. So we then get to see just why they are the best at what they do. We get Parv and Suri having a little chat about, right, we need to vote out Rob. Tony comes bustling through doing something else. And Suri, as Parv commented, is speaking out the side of her mouth when she's strategized. She's like, it's Rob, it's Rob, it's Rob.
It's Rob. And
Tony's the Tony.
So he's like, say no more, and just walk straight off. Obsessed with that. Say no more. He's off.
I do love that confessional with Parv where she's like, I love Suri. She always talks out the side of her mouth when she's like conspiring about something, and then cuts straight to
Yeah, like
It's Rob. Say no more.
how fun would it be to like have a friendship like theirs where your friendship was made on like years of Survivor and you've had that just iconic Black Widow alliance. And that's how you know, like, one of your best friends.
That's yeah.
That would be so fun.
I just in the off chance someone like Kirby meets the pair of them and it's like, oh, how did you two meet? Oh, we met playing this game called Survivor on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Formed a Black Widow alliance, you know.
Right, should we talk about this tribal then?
We better add.
Yeah.
Rob is extremely confident that it's going to be Parvati going home.
And it's going to be a wipeout with all votes.
A unanimous.
Oh, yes.
Unanimous. All votes on the same person.
Yes.
United Nations, indeed.
At least he was right about one thing, eh?
Yes.
The
So,
shade.
here's a question for you then. What do you think happened that made him drop the bombshell about Dondi?
Panic.
Yeah, I
He
think...
saw the writing on the wall, do you think?
But then he didn't really try to do anything to save it, and he still voted for Sari, which was his idol backup.
Well, do you know what, actually? Maybe it was just Parv was kind of coming at him. She was making it very clear who she was voting for. Like, she pretty much said, that's where my vote's going tonight.
Yeah.
She called him like a dictator, said that he was telling everyone what to do. So I think it was just his retaliation.
Yeah, I think he was trying to deflect from that. It's just like, right, well, you're saying all that stuff about me. I've got something about you. Because, I mean, if he'd done it the right way, it could have deflected the vote onto Parv, because it's like she already has an alliance on the other side with some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you love how Lisa was like, spoilers, we're doing OD Island?
I've noticed in the corner of the latest episodes as well, it's advertising deal on ODL Island.
They know where they're at. And then the thing is, like, she'd said that Dave threw her under the bus, but like, it's a different TV network, isn't it? So we didn't get like a clip or anything, showing that wasn't what happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, it'd be a bit weird if they cut to deal on ODL Island in the middle of Survivor.
Or they just bring out Joe, whatever his name
Joe
was.
Manganiello, yeah.
Actually, let me
Let me tell you. Let me break this down for you.
Apparently he was nearly a contestant on Survivor.
No way.
Fun
God,
fact,
he would have
friend.
been he's such a character, isn't
Yeah,
he? Like,
I
I
like
can't
him a lot.
imagine him as anything else other than a game show host.
Well, he's an actor.
I know he's an actor, but he acts very well as a game show
He does
host.
act very well as a game show.
I know him from One Tree Hill originally.
He's not a doctor as well?
Don't think so.
Is that how we know each other?
No, I'm just...
Oh, okay. Imagine. We're old friends from medical school. Right, well, we get then Rob voted out. First booty wooty confirmed.
Yeah.
What big name.
Who
to go
had
first?
Rob on first boot for their bingo card?
But none
Not
of
me.
us. We had Tony.
Yeah.
No, not me. No. But someone out there might.
Someone. Right,
Well,
Let us know, and don't forget that Instagram shows the date you posted it, so we'll know if you're lying.
I mean, what an incredible first episode. And it only seems to get more exciting as the episodes go on.
the only way is up.
Let's move on then and talk about episode 2.
Let's do it.
Pretty much from the off, we've got Luke back to his old ways, being naughty in the camp, stealing bananas.
Shenanigans with bananigans.
Shenanigans.
But on his kind of like jaunt around the camp, Luke is also looking for an idol. Lo and behold, we get it. The first idol find of the season goes to old Lukey boy.
Old Lukey boy.
Who had that on their bingo?
Not me.
Nope.
Not me. I had his mirror image, Tony, on the other side.
So we've lost bingo now, right? Like,
Yeah.
You win bingo by filling your card, so it's game over, isn't it?
Basically. Oh, no. Is it you need to get a roll?
You can get a
Or do you
row
get-
or a
right,
house.
okay.
Yeah.
A house?
Full house is like full
Oh,
bingo.
okay, right.
Really, someone's never been to the gala bingo.
Bingo, yeah.
What did you think of the idol? Not a kangaroo, Sam.
I really
like
like
it.
Did you not? I really
No,
liked it.
I saw you on Instagram on our account commenting saying you loved the idol.
Sorry, I
And
misrepresented
No,
us.
that's fine. I mean, it's not like we're going to comment and say we don't like it. But I was a bit like, what is it? I was like trying to like...
The world.
What?
It's the world.
Yeah, and it's all like
I can see that.
Well, that's what
I like
took
the
to it.
pearlescent nature.
Well, I
of
couldn't
it.
work out what was on it.
I assume it's the world anyway. It's a circle. I don't know.
Well, I was right up at the screen, like, what's on that? I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, I'm picturing like a stained glass kind of thing, and I thought there was like a design.
That would be cool.
I just couldn't work out what it was.
Oh, I see. I liked how like the pearly iridescent stuff was like mirrored on the team immunity.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I wanted a kangaroo. I mean,
I don't
If it wasn't a
anything
kangaroo,
would
you wouldn't have been happy,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Whatever it was.
no.
I mean, fair enough.
It could have been a bear and...
oh no, I would have liked it.
Okay.
Zero context. It's like bear. It's bear idol.
That would be cool. So Luke decides this season that he's going to keep the idol to himself as a secret.
Smart.
Yeah, I
Very
was going to
smart,
say.
especially in this season.
You've got to, don't you, surely?
A short season, small tribes, no one knows you have an idol.
He
Yeah.
would just be mad to share, unless he really needed it to build a connection with someone
Yeah.
for trust. But he doesn't need it. He doesn't
moment,
because
no.
he knows everyone. They all no.
I kept thinking at one point later he was going to tell Janine about it, like in the next episode. But yeah,
He might do still. But
I get maybe if they were like actually in danger of getting juiced and liquidated.
yeah,
yeah, sometimes you might have to be like, look, this is the play.
yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I am just thinking to myself, like if it was me and I was on Australia versus the World and I found an idol, I don't know if I wouldn't not be able to tell anyone because I just would be like, "Rah."
Well, that's what separates you from the kind of players that are on Australia versus the world.
Yeah, fair enough.
and me, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I just can't see a world where like it's a good idea to tell anyone at this point in the game.
No.
Like if Luke had spread that knowledge to anyone, I think it would have spread very quickly through the tribe because it becomes, I mean, information is power in Survivor.
Yeah. I think the only person like he could have possibly told would have been Dave because he knows he can trust Dave. However, that would have posed a very awkward situation when Dave was basically going home in this episode. He would have felt inclined that he had to play it for Dave where he shouldn't need to.
If you think back to one of the things Luke said early on is he's like, I know that me and Dave are best mates,
Yeah.
but this is Survivor. You gotta be careful.
I know. Yes.
Yeah, whatever it was he said.
No, that's it. Yeah. And they do say like a strong alliance is generally better than an idol.
Oh, yeah.
But in this season, I feel like because it's so fast and furious, do you need a strong alliance? Really?
No.
No,
you just
I
need
agree.
to get from
Yeah.
vote to vote.
And if you can
basically.
get into merge with an idol in your pocket,
Yeah.
you are in a very strong
Yeah,
position.
dancing.
Luke's in a very good position right now. With
Yeah.
So I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah.
Then we get the title sequence.
Oh, yeah. Let's not do that.
It's really hard to sing.
I really want that theme as my ringtone. Will, are you going to sort that for us?
I can if you want. Yeah, easy.
You promised me you would. You said you were going to make me one, and it was going to be compliments of Africa, and then it was going to have the.
I haven't updated.
I can do that. Yeah, you've not
Yeah.
told me this, but I can do
right,
that.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for my alarm clock, which is.
Oh, I thought you decided against that because you realised.
No, I still love the promo more.
The compliments of Africa. Is that what you want to
But
share?
I want the full thing.
I'm here to bring it. Yeah.
Because then, like, that will just like ease me out of my slumber, and then
up.
when I'm about to get up, it will be like compliments of Africa, and then I'll be like, yes, ready to take on the day.
I'm going to give this day a devil of a thrash.
Exactly. That's why I want it.
Hopefully more successful your day than Rob's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's a bad omen, actually.
Oh.
Maybe I don't want that as my alarm anymore.
So yeah, the opening.
It is amazing. So we're actually getting for some of the players 3 promo shots.
3 shots. Love it. But then why not 3 for everyone? That was really annoying me.
Really
why,
rude.
Why do some have 3 and only some have 2?
I know.
I think the people with 3, right, their first shot was the iconic one from the opening.
Yeah.
And not everyone had an iconic opening shot.
But they all had
Like we've got
shots.
Luke with his luggage coming out. I mean, it wasn't in the opening, but George getting hit in the face with the flag. They've done George so dirty throughout this entire season.
I know,
It's hilarious, but I do feel a little bad for him.
The tone was set when Chelsea called him a mad king.
Mad King George.
I reckon he's just been winding them up quite a lot during the filming. So they're like, right, where are you going to get it in the edit then?
Yeah, well, as we saw later, he takes credit for a lot of Australian Survivor's success.
It's not going to come out that actually everyone was fully on board with this Janine look thing and it only changed last minute, you know?
Yeah. I am obsessed with this scene we get from Tony quite early on in this episode. So we've got the girls in the World Tribe going off into the water, chatting Girls Alliance. We then got Tony and Tommy back at the fire having a little chat.
And Tony craning his neck to see them in the war.
Yeah, he knows what's what. He knows what's happening. But he's doing a little bit to camera where he's talking about how on his last season of Survivor, he put himself on house arrest. He stayed in the camp. He didn't go off scurrying around. And that's what he's trying to do this season. Then he says, but when I get traction, I'm going to be a runaway train.
Love it.
And,
traction.
My God, I just cannot wait to see him turn into this runaway train because this is what we know and love about Tony is when he goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Literally.
I've got to say, I've been loving Tony so far this season.
I love him.
Like, he's not done a lot in terms of back at camp, like strategizing.
He's on house arrest.
Yeah. He's on house. Yeah. But I've just loved every second of him so far.
He's such a show stealer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's hardly in it.
But
really, but
effortlessly
he's just been him, isn't he? Just being Tony.
Exactly. He's not like trying to be good TV. He just is. Like every line is gold.
He's just dynamic.
Yeah.
This is so funny.
So funny. So yeah, I really love that chat and I'm quite hoping for a Tony-Tommy alliance.
Me too. Yeah,
So
I'd like to see that.
Strange edit, I thought, because you didn't see Tommy giving him anything back. So watching that, it's like, is Tony just like monologuing at him? Or I'm sure he is giving him stuff back, but you just didn't see it.
Tony is a talker, though. I remember this from some of his other seasons. Like, it may well be that Tommy couldn't get a word in edgeways. And so there was nothing for them to cut
Which
in.
girl do you trust the most? Oh, I don't know which one I trust because Parv didn't come to me.
Back on the Australian tribe then, we have got Kirby already talking about wanting Dave out. Generally, amongst the others in the camp, there's quite a bit of fear I sensed.
But then she is also kind of going round everyone, just like subtly planting these seeds, but in a way that it hasn't come back to her. No one's been like, oh, Kirby's putting Dave's name out. You know, that didn't come back at all. She was just very...
did at one point, but...
Well, okay, right, yeah.
But yes, I know what you mean. She is doing what Kirby does best. I see exactly what you're saying. Planting the seeds, but she's not forcing those decisions on anyone.
No, she's just having chats. And one thing she doesn't like about Dave is like how charismatic he is. He can just pull people in, and she's like, that's her game.
It is. She's so charismatic as well.
And did you love that chat George and Kirby have, where he's like, oh, are we actually bringing sticks back?
Oh, yeah.
He thought they were just going for a chat between. Again, George around camp, gold. And George is like, be careful what you say about Dave, his network of spies.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that.
And this is kind of the first signs we really see then of George isn't up for Dave being voted out.
Which to me is just flabbergasting. Like, I really want to get inside George's head for his opinion on the Golden God, because I thought he would be all over a GG takedown.
Yeah, just to show how much of the king he is.
Okay, well, let's move on and chat about the immunity challenge, because it was absolutely brilliant. We've got this new contraption, which I don't think we've seen before on Australian Survivor, that battering ram.
I love this.
Which, as Will described, as multifunctional. What did you say it was?
It was like a multi-tool or a Swiss Army knife. It had a part in every aspect of the challenge. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
That
So
was really
fun.
clever. Just so we know as well, when the world tribe come in and the Australian tribe, I think it's George, shouts, Rob Bentelli's gone.
Yeah.
Commentating again.
Commentating again.
This challenge then, they've got the battering ram. They need to pick it up. They need to smash through a brick wall. Then they need to do various things, twisting it and turning it and using it as staircases and all sorts. Rob, as George described, Rob Bentelli is gone. So that's their biggest load of muscle on that tribe.
Yeah.
They were quite concerned, I think. that they
What
were-
was it George called him? The biggest unit.
Yeah. The biggest unit on this tribe.
Yeah.
He was. So anyway, they're obviously concerned because they've lost some muscle mass over on the world tribe. They needn't have been worried because who have they still got?
Tony.
Tony.
This challenge was made for Tony. He
was cool
led
as a cucumber.
He led them to victory. So they pick up the battering ram. They're going against a very strong Australian tribe.
Yeah.
They were making a right hames of it. They were like smashing like bricks all over the place. But then we have Tony back on the battering ram, just guiding them through everything.
Tony was a battering ram in this challenge.
He was, but a
really
very, very calm one.
Yeah.
Just everything you would want in a leader of a tribe in this moment.
Everything you'd want just in a leader. Like, would you ever just want Tony to just lead your life?
100%. Like, I just want him to kind of like, lead me through life.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do in certain situations.
Okay, Sophie, now it's time to get in the car. And now we're going to drive to the gym.
Yeah.
Just carefully, though. Be careful on the road. Now we're at the gym. We're going to go inside
Nice and
and
slowly.
start getting on the treadmill.
God,
That's
at
it.
least it'd be a bit of motivation for us to go.
Exactly, yeah. He was incredible. And then at the end, by the way, Australian tribe are very far behind in this.
They fall really far back, don't they? Yeah.
And then, was it Sari? You were saying to me, Sari was saying, oh, can we go faster? And Tony's like, no, we'll go. Also, they had the rest.
Yeah. Tony's like, oh, okay, guys, now we need to just rest for a second. And then it's like 2 seconds later, it's like, okay, come on, guys, let's go.
And then you had like George and the other tribe, like, slow down.
They're dropping blocks
That's
all over
what really
the
set them
place.
back, is dropping, because the world tribe made it over the balance beam first try. Australia dropped those blocks, set them back. That was their downfall.
It was, yeah. But to be fair, they did bring it back quite close. I was
did.
getting quite stressed
Wee
in the end.
Georgie and his blocks.
Yeah. But Tony brought it home for the world tribe. He was incredible on that sandbag throwing challenge.
And he missed the first few and he's like, no, I'm out. And then Tommy steps up. He's pretty
He
good.
got a few, yeah.
And then we get Tony back, and by God, is he back?
Oh, it was
Pow, 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 pow.
perfect. Just in that like kind of cut off shirt as well. It's just like peak survivor attire, isn't
Like
it?
the most survivor.
And then you get that like iconic. I feel like they almost did a slow mo in the challenge, but I might be misremembering that of like the final shot. You know,
I
where
think
it's
they
like
did.
slow mo throw.
Yeah, I think there was a slow-mo.
Oh my God, it was incredible.
It was incredible. Tony smashed that challenge. That was Tony's challenge.
yeah, because at one point it's 5 left for each tribe. And then that's when like Tony's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was
He
amazing.
made his tribe a tribe. They were a team. That was Tony brought them all together
Yeah.
to win that for each other. And it was beautiful.
Just the celebration. They were just so.
Yeah.
Also, Sari, what a hype woman when she's like, that's it. What was it she was saying? Hit that bird.
Oh, yeah. Hit that bird, Tony.
Bring it home for the world.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. I was so relieved because I was getting quite stressed by the previous scenes where we'd seen like the Girls Alliance forming, and I thought, oh God, Tony could be in danger here. So I was extremely happy that it was Australia going to try
I was
that day.
delighted. And also Tony is so tired he didn't even go up to get the
I know, yeah. Tommy was going up, and then JLP had to be like, come on, Tony.
and then I think the GLP had like kind of more bring it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd had a hard day.
JLP respected the gameplay.
Yeah. And then we're off to the Australia beach for the scramble. This scramble was so friggin' intense. Oh my God.
Scramble Central.
It was. So George is still sucking up big time to the Golden God. Like, I've never seen anything like it. We've got Kirby, George, and Shani chatting, and George is peddling this safe vote of Janine.
Janine!
What, like, what?
George had a real problem with Janine. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why.
I don't think he has a problem even. I think he just thinks she's...
I think she's maybe the least threatening player.
Yeah, but that's
almost a reason not to get rid of her.
I think he thinks it'll weaken Dave, but not without taking him out. Very Titans v Rebels. You know when everyone kept going for the other person's right hand man?
Oh yeah.
Your Garrett's and your Rihanna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Garrett gone too.
Right.
Garrett. Oh my God.
So I really want to talk about this scene where it's come to light that Dave is the potential vote.
Yeah.
But I can't remember how we got to this place, but Kirby, George, and Dave are having a conversation.
Oh no, can we talk about the scene before that first? Okay, so it's the scene with George, Shawnee, Kirby, and Sarah. And this is when George is being like, oh, will we go for the safe vote? Or we could go for, the dangerous one. And Kirby's like, yes, I'm like going for the dangerous one.
Yeah.
Right? And then, she's like, oh, I mean, what was it? She says, we're only here once. We're only here once. I mean, did she mean life? Did she mean so she can't mean Survivor because it was all of their second or third time.
Well, maybe she just meant Australia v the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes to show like Kirby's just there to play, right?
Oh yeah, and Shawnee's fully agreeing. She's like, life is for living. George is like, yeah, life's for living.
And she's not threatened by these big players.
And I love that.
I love it as well. It's just like, whether or not it's true how much Kirby has watched of other players' seasons. Again, David still has that reputation, but she is not phased.
No, and
she's just like, if anything, let's get him out. Let's get him now.
I love her for it.
Yes, same.
I love
good.
Just cool as a ice cube.
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber is the generally accepted expression.
I'll make my own expression. Cool as a polar bear. And she's just so chill about it. And then she's just like, only here once.
I really enjoyed watching Kirby this episode.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
She was so good. Just
a master.
Like you said, just cool is the definition. She's the definition of cool. It's
cool as a polar bear.
Yeah, cool as a polar bear.
And the thing is, before the start of the season, I was thinking, where is Kirby going to fit in this tribe? No connections really, other than
I was worried about her. Yeah.
But then somehow it's just she's there and everyone's coming to her for chats.
Yeah.
I think Shani and Sarah have both seen her on her season.
Yes.
So, this is a girl you want to stick with to get far because she is a master at this game.
Yeah.
And it's good to be her right-hand woman.
I love that. And Sarah's obviously in her mind, she's got this focus that she doesn't want to get caught up in the Dave of it all.
I love how she keeps saying, I don't want to get sucked up into his orbit.
It's supernova.
She really wants to be Kirby's right-hand woman as well, right?
But can we just discuss, she's just determined not to play in the middle. She's done to be loyal, but
and
she was
plays the
playing
middle.
the middle.
She's done nothing but play the middle.
I know. I don't think she even realized.
No, I
she can't help herself.
Just really trying to figure out her game. I think she was so determined not to play the same game as last time, but she's come into it not knowing exactly how she's going to play.
Yeah.
So she's just figuring it out as she goes along. So she just doesn't know at this point. It's just I'm going to play the loyal game. I don't want to play the middle.
To be fair, I think it's because it was Dave as well, who she knows from outside. I think, if it actually was Janine, then she wouldn't have played the middle. She would have just stuck with that.
Yeah. I agree.
I can't be seen talking to you. I can't be shifty. I can't be doing anything shifty.
I love that she passes messages to him via Janine.
Oh, yeah,
as well
I
as that whole
love
Janine thing, like, oh, tell David he's in trouble. If he has an idol, he has to play one. It's just like, and then Janine's like, right, tell him this. Yeah.
Speaking of Janine, she was just making me die this episode. I was finding her so funny.
She just kept saying like the most obvious things to Dave.
But I don't know if Dave was aware of it. Like, you know, when he's like just talking about Kirby or George, and Janine's like, Kirby is 100% voting for you. George is definitely voting for you.
Yeah.
It was making me die, just the delivery.
I think there's an element of Dave's personality where he can't quite believe it.
Maybe.
Yeah. And he's like kind of spiraling almost, which we haven't really seen him do before.
No.
He's never been in that position, really, has he?
We're really losing we're seeing some iconic players losing their composure.
Yeah.
And then like Janine's not even sugarcoating it. She's like 100%.
Yeah, it's like you're on the chopping block. Like,
She's a
Really
businesswoman, no messing
We
around.
couldn't like hardly saw Luke until, you know,
he wasn't really in it, actually. Maybe he was off stealing bananas or something, eating bananas.
and Shawnee was also nowhere to be seen.
maybe the pair of them were off with the banana.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
reckon
They're just giggling in a bush together eating bananas.
They're bananigans.
The bananigans. Yeah, like Shawnee only showed up when Kirby was like sort of chilling on the beach in the pool, and then Shawnee was like, "Oh, I hear you're the person to talk to right now," or something.
Yeah. So Coop, sorry, I interrupted you before. You want to speak about this inexplicable thing?
This scene, I just can't get over it. So
No.
we've got Kirby, George, and Dave. And then we've got Kirby and George saying that they're going to vote for Dave.
Yeah.
But then Dave comes over and says, like, my name's out there. Who's throwing my name? I can't remember exactly.
I know what
he's like-
happens, right? Because Kirby has just told George that Dave's been saying it's a 3-3 split between him and Shawnee.
Yes.
Then Dave comes over and George mentions to him, "Oh, I'm hearing that it's a 3-3 split." And he says, "Very disappointing."
Yeah.
It's like your manager in work. "I'm really disappointed." Very disappointing, Dave.
And then Dave's like,
I'm disappointed.
Dave's like, yeah, well, I've heard from very trusted sources that it's my name that's out there. I actually felt like I was watching a scene from Breaking Bad.
It was
So it was so tense. It's just like there's just George in the middle, kind of frozen for like a solid minute, like with that smile on his face that never goes. And he's like, he doesn't know what to do, and you can tell he's calculating what he's going to do.
I know.
And then he just kind of, it's like Dave's like, you know who's been throwing my name out? And finally George cracks and goes, well, she's over there. It's just like he just broke.
I cannot believe he said that. I cannot believe it.
And then you see just Dave look at George, and then he looks at Kirby.
That look where he's looking at Curry, it's just like there's still just that sort of silence for a second, just like.
And she doesn't really say anything.
No,
she
a
just
weaker.
kind of smiles at him.
She's just like, because she can't believe it's happened.
I know,
And even Dave, I don't think can believe it just happened. He's just like, did this dude just really crack like that? What just happened?
It's the weirdest gameplay from George this season.
And then Kirby's like, why? Look, there was no need for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because he's very restrained on Kirby's
Very.
behalf. And then George is just like, oh, well, we'll vote him out.
How did Kirby not vote for George after that? That is composure.
That's composure.
That is composure, yeah.
Because he just effectively tried to cook her entire game.
What was he up to?
thing
What was
is,
he up to?
I don't think he tried to do anything. I think he literally just panicked.
Think?
Honestly, that look on his face and just not. It was the look of someone who was uncomfortable and didn't know what to do.
She's right there.
He just lost the plot. Like, I think there was no plan there. I think he was faced with Dave, who we know is very good at getting what he wants out of people, and he just broke. He got broken by the golden god.
It was what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was the standout scene of the episode for me. It was so intense and just so like I can understand George's position, right? I don't want to do the guy dirty too much. Like if I was faced with Dave like that, I would be panicking. Like I would like, this guy's staring me down. It's an uncomfortable silence. I don't have an answer. I'm just going to say something.
I wish we'd have seen like how it played out after that. Because, you know, like, did they all walk away from each other?
Yeah. Because
like,
then
did that...
I think, didn't we see Dave walk away?
Oh, yeah, we do actually. He looks at Kirby for a bit and he's kind of a bit like, oh, just do your thing then.
Yeah.
And like walks off.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then we've got Kirby like, that didn't need to happen.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Like, that did not need to be said at all. And he's just like, what?
Yeah. And he didn't even have a comeback for Kirby either.
No.
Like you'd think it might previously we would have seen him like, oh well, sorry I didn't bring you in on this. But this is why I've done this and I think this is going to work out really well for us. Instead he was just like, oh, it doesn't matter because we're going to vote him off.
I know.
It's like, what are you doing, man?
It was flabbergasting.
And then another flabbergasting scene we got was when they were all congregated in the water.
Oh yeah.
And it's George, Shawnee, Kirby, not Janine, Luke and Sarah. Mm-hmm. And then George is like still peddling this Janine voice. Like,
safe Janine voice.
He's like, oh, well, we just punt Janine out. Like to Luke, who is very clearly aligned with Janine.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, is that a problem for you, Luke, if Janine goes? And Luke's like, no, it's not a problem. Like, Bobby can't quite believe this conversation is happening.
You know what I think makes Kirby really good at this game is that she doesn't care. Like she
she's
cares,
not a people
but like
pleaser.
She's not like a massive Survivor super fan. She's not like she's played because she got, I think, recruited to the first season she was on. She's just there like, yeah, let's just play this game. It's fun. Let's just do it. And she's not as invested, like either life wise or career wise in Survivor. So she can just go in and be like, yeah, here he's a big player, but that's probably a good reason to get rid of him. I'm just going to go and chill in the sea for a bit. If you guys need anything, I'll be out there.
And I think she also knows that she's very good at the game.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to stress, like panic.
Yes,
moves.
a lesser player, when that all came out, with the Dave George conversation, a lesser player would have been going to Dave like, oh no, I wasn't saying your
They'd have been
name.
scrambling.
Like, Dave, I'm so sorry, George is making that up, or oh, I was just saying that as a decoy.
Yeah.
Kirby's just a bit like, that didn't need to happen, and then goes off to the sea.
Yeah.
They'd go into damage control and panic, and then they'd just like they'd probably screw themselves over somehow. But yeah, she's just like plays it cool.
I love her composure.
Love it, yeah, so good.
Love it. It's like, yeah.
And I did enjoy Dave seething at the fact that she was just there in the water.
Yeah.
Coming to him. You could tell he was furious about that.
So humiliated.
He has to go to the water's edge.
Yeah.
That's iconic that she makes him drop down
the
to
golden
the water.
god.
So we get kind of like a bit of a live tribal, don't we? With lots
of a live tribal.
It's all popping off in this tribal.
It is.
So they go into tribal. JLP asks George if he likes what he's done with the police.
Oh yeah, he's so used to being there.
So we've got Kirby as well, still with this downplaying how good she is, even though everyone knows. And she's like, oh, I'm just the princess. And then Dave's calling her out on it. He's saying, well, no, I think you're playing one of the best games, actually.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is that the point when Kirby's back to, no, we're going back to voting out Dave then? Because it was going to be George. It's very hard to keep track. It was going to be George after her conversation with Sarah. And then this conversation, and she's like, nah. It's got to be Dave.
Yeah. She, almost like she got blinded for a little bit with rage for what George had done for her game. But then in that moment, Dave's onto her as a threat and she knows, he needs to go.
Yeah. And
So Sarah's clearly very unhappy about being told in that tribal, you need to switch to Dave.
Yes, and it doesn't catch on for so Kirby says to her, you need to switch to Dave, and then Sarah's like, not pleased but okay, and then later Kirby says something else and she's like, wait, Dave's going home? Like she didn't realize it was actually,
oh god, I mean, she was backed into a corner, really. I guess she did what she had to do. How did this, like, Dave and George off to the side thing happen?
So Dave's whispering to Janine and Luke, if we vote for Shawnee, I think George will come with us. And then Dave leans over and starts trying to chat to George, and Janine's like, oh, just go talk. So the pair of them go off to the side to discuss voting out Shawnee. Meanwhile, Luke just says to everyone, well, we all just vote out George.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They really had us going in the trailer with that, like, potential Dave-George alliance.
Yeah.
Like, I was really thinking that they were going to pull off like an epic tribal blindside or something together, but it turns out it was all just a bit of
but I'm just so confused, right? Because Dave and George agree Shawnee, right? They all go back. Janine says to Dave, oh, George could be lying. So Dave's just like, yeah, we'll just stick to the original plan and do George.
Yeah.
George whispers to Luke, are you voting for Janine or Shawnee?
Yeah.
Luke says Janine. And then George votes Janine. What?
Why did George vote Janine?
Because Luke told him to.
No, I know, but how did he possibly think that Luke and Dave were going to vote for Janine?
Because he's blinded by the son of the Golden God.
We've never seen him play this badly before.
No.
Like he always has a read on tribal. He always knows what's where happening. The votes are going.
But guys, don't forget he killed the Golden God, apparently. So is that playing badly? Like,
It was just really, really bizarre. I think Dave knew at this point that I don't know actually, because then when the George votes started coming out, we saw a little bit of a smirk from Dave, like, I've got him. And then we go to the tie.
But then who did he think was going to be the fourth vote for George? Oh, he thought what? It was going to be Kirby and Sarah?
Yeah. Because they were saying George originally. I think that's why Sarah had such a hard time voting Dave.
Well,
Luke doesn't play his idol.
He doesn't play his
We
idol.
think the right decision.
Smart.
Very, very
his
much
idol.
the right decision.
If he played it for Dave,
it's
Dave
wasted.
would be going out after Luke.
And then when Dave gets voted out, he's like, oh, I don't think I've had this many votes since I won.
Yeah. And he makes a comment about that he's now retired from Australian Survivor.
Playing
Australian
Survivor.
Very pointed.
You see the distinction.
Yes, I see it. But yeah, Golden God no longer.
Maybe it's the glow of winning 5.5 mil.
I mean, that'll do it. Yeah. Few facials in the bank. What are we feeling about him going?
I always love to see him on my screen, but at the same time, I think him going kind of gives room for other people to kind of step out their shells a bit.
Yeah.
I think they would have been insane to keep him in, but he was just so well connected. At the start of the season, I thought, well, no way is he not doing well. He's got so many friends and stuff. But actually, that was kind of to his detriment because everyone was like, yeah, he's got too many connections.
Yeah, fair enough, really. But you sad to see him go, well.
Yes and no. I'm kind of here for any previous winners to go because I would love to see
any previous winners.
Yeah.
Including Tony.
Including Tony.
Eventually, yeah.
What?
Well, I want to see it won by someone who's not won it before.
Well, yeah, but
I've gone back on what I said previously.
Yeah, I want Tony to win. Yeah, agreed. And would you not be sad if Tony goes out next episode? Would you be sad?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to win either.
Well, but final two would be fine.
You asked me my opinion, I'm telling you.
Okay, right, fair.
So, in answer to your question, yes and no. I was sad to see Dave go, but also I just think it's time for someone else to step up and take his place. And I think that's going to be Kirby.
I agree. I think we saw Dave, as he said, play nearly the perfect game of Survivor. We want to see someone else play a perfect game now.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I agree. I think Kirby's really stepping into that.
I'm ready for the
position.
next generation to step up.
We should touch on quickly that at the end of that episode where it showed the votes, it also showed Luke saying he was voting for George and said there can only be one king of the jungle, which I felt like was a real nod.
I mean, they basically spoiled who was going home this episode, including in that Instagram post where they were like, one of these 4 people is going home. And it's just like, why
do they do that? Really annoying. Do you know when they did it as well? It was when it was like George and Cara in the final 4 or whatever, and it's like one of them's going to turn on the other.
Oh, yeah.
Why did they do that?
It's just like, that's not... Just no.
I don't put the fear of death into me that Tony might go.
I know.
That's not the stress I need in my life.
Right, on to episid 3.
Choo-choo.
All aboard the Tony train.
All aboard the Tony train.
We're kicking off the episode with George having some kind of new lease of life now that he's eliminated the golden god.
Yeah, so we've got George tells Luke then that he is coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I very much enjoyed
And then Luke drops the bombshell that, well, George was coming for Shawnee.
Oh,
George was like, no, I wasn't. It was just a decoy.
Yeah, it was just a decoy, Sean.
Yeah, well, Shawnee knows better than to fall for that.
Shawnee doesn't care either way. She's coming for George one way or another.
Shawnee likens George to a cockroach. Well, says he has cockroach.
She was very careful not to say he is a cockroach.
Yeah, she was. Sorry.
Right.
In fact, she literally said, I'm not saying he's a cockroach, but...
Yeah.
I loved this wee scene with Luke and Janine where they were just like, oh, well, positive, foot forward, like you do it in business.
Business chat, yeah. Going back to that, Janine just leading.
Janine's like, what can we learn from last night?
She would be such a good mentor as well. Imagine you've got Janine to guide your work life, and then you've got Tony just to lead you through general life.
And Parv is your hype woman.
Ooh, Ansari. The two of them together, I would like. But then I'd also want Shawnee.
I mean, there's no limit.
Yeah.
So going back to Shawnee then, saying about George being the cockroach, she then goes on to say she really hopes she's not missed her chance to get him out because she doesn't want to be like...
She doesn't want to be like Stevie.
She just want to be like Stevie, like, oh, I'll get you, Shawnee.
Or Sue's big move.
Sue's big move.
Yeah.
I'm not Sue's big move, am I?
I really love how it's gone quite like meta with everything.
Yeah, Shawnee especially, she's been bringing back that meta stuff.
Yeah.
She's an icon.
She knows what the fans want.
She does.
She knows everyone loves Sue's big move.
Over on the World Tribe, when we're back onto Pandora's box, this scene we get of them all running through the jungle, the key is literally hanging in front of them, all of them, it seems to be. I actually thought there was different keys at one point because it showed
there were so many
of them in front of the key.
What is it Tony says about throwing a wrench in the plan, and he thinks it's a wrench? Is it a wrench, he says, in the box?
A monkey wrench.
A monkey wrench.
He says, he's chatting about the Girls Alliance, and he says something about they don't want Tony monkey wrench coming in, but I bet in that box is going to be a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh God, his analogies are just perfection. So we actually get then Parv finding the key after what seems like about 30 seconds of it. It was literally, I mean, I can't blame her because you're
it's
surrounded
very small and it looks like a twig.
It does look like a twig, but they made it out to look a lot more obvious.
She did look like she was literally staring at it for a second.
But she finds it eventually, and then we get just hilarity as her and Saria back at the beach trying to quickly open this box.
Saria's like, I'm too old for this shit.
I love when she said that. Yeah, she's just,
I'm too old.
Kind of although she hasn't been old in previous seasons, but that's kind of her vibe, isn't it? She's just there and she's like, I'm not running around like that.
Do you remember her first season? She's on the older women tribe at the age of 35.
That's an insult.
Scene.
Oh my God. But then we get Tony coming back with a Parv sat on the box with the lock undone.
Clearly open.
How did he not cotton on to the fact that they were
I'm very surprised we didn't get a confessional where he's just like, I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I was expecting that.
I was as well. So we then get Sari telling Lisa she needs to be the one to take him away so that they can open this box. Oh my God, the scene with them two at the well. I was loving it.
I loved
I was
that.
obsessed.
Tony's just comedy gold.
He's
I just
funny.
want to be around him.
I love how it started and she was like, you're like the best player. And he's like, no, I'm not the best player. There's so many better players than me. And he was about to say like, I don't have a tattoo of like an idol on my chest. You know, he was just like so humble.
Yeah.
Which is just nice to see. Because he was very, like his first season, he's very brash, very out there, like not full of himself, but you know, confident. And now it's nice to see this side of him where he's just like, he's just a learned, you know, house arrested.
He's house arrested.
Yeah, exactly. A moment that he just wouldn't have thought was on camera. And it's just him talking about how, no, he's not like
it's like,
best
no,
mate.
I'm all
Just a
right.
nice guy.
It's like, you've won twice.
Yeah.
Won $3 million.
I mean, to be fair, he probably is trying to play his threat level down a bit.
Oh,
to
yeah.
at least
There's
that.
some strategy in there, but
I think
there's some genuineness as well.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he's...
And then
But then obviously we get him face first in the well.
He drops the ladle.
He dropped the ladle, or did
I
Lisa
think
push it in to delay him?
Oh my gosh, we need to rewind the tape.
And he's like, hold me while I go.
Push me in.
Lisa's like come out as like a challenge beast this episode. She's actually lifted Tony into the well, supporting his full weight.
I love how, you know, this really tense like scenes going on with Parv and Sari opening this box, but actually like Tony at the well's
the
more
hijinks.
riveting.
Yeah, totally. I was way more invested in Tony
The
the
ladle.
Wells storyline.
Is he going to get the ladle back?
What
They've got
happens if
their
they
own
don't get the
challenge
ladle
going on.
back?
Why, he's just so funny. Like
He's
even when he's
so
not trying,
funny.
like he's so funny. Such a scene stealer.
Well, they get into the box then eventually, and it turns out that it's a clue.
Quite anticlimactic,
It
actually.
was.
Yeah.
As Parv said, she was expecting confetti, Jonathan to pop out of the box.
Yeah.
I was thinking, because earlier on in that episode, Cass says, oh, I bet it's a clue. And I was thinking, oh, it's not going to be a clue.
Lame.
There's going to be something way better than that.
They already had
was
to
a clue.
search for the wretched key, and then
No.
they open it, and it's like,
I thought it was going to be some kind of like sick advantage.
What was the clue?
is that the
clue to the
tribal?
immunity idol?
Is that tribal?
Oh, yes, of course.
Is that Jonathan's podium?
I was wondering for a second if it was the idol that Cass found just randomly.
Very George Baden.
Yeah.
But
Where's that George? Where is that
Oh,
George?
wow. Yeah, but I think, it is a great clue. One of when the idol is somewhere in plain sight that it's just impossible. US Survivor used to do this a lot, where it'd be like the idol's at the challenge. You have to try and get it without anyone noticing. I mean, the ones at Tribal Council are ridiculous because
Yeah.
there is no way to, especially when it's on Jonathan's podium, to get the idol without anyone seeing. It's like
You
when it was in
basically have to get it and play it that same tribal.
more or less.
Yeah,
If
'cause there's
everyone
no
sees
point
you
in
get the
keeping
idol, it's useless.
It's
More or
ju-
less.
yeah.
Well, it's not useless, but you know.
As Cerie's like face just said, you just said she was like could not be asked for that
It's like,
nonsense.
what the beep?
I really liked as well them keeping up the charade that pretending they were still looking around for the key.
Oh, yeah.
And then Marv's like off at the rocks pretending she's looking, but then she's just lying down sunbathing.
Yeah, that's iconic. And then we actually get, as part of this ruse that they're up to, Cass actually finds an idol.
Yeah.
I forgot that there was going to be an idol on the World Tribe Beach as well.
And you were just like, I wish Tony had found it.
I did wish Tony. I know, I did wish Tony.
Tony
had
don't
it, not
need
just
no
'cause of-
idol.
I feel like he needs the idol more than Cass at this point. in
I
the
do
game.
think the next episode it's going to be a swap though, with both tribes going to tribal,
Why do you think it's going to be a swap next episode if it's a double tribal?
which is why are they taking them both to tribal? Or are they going to get rid of two people?
It's just a double a limb, isn't it?
I don't want them to do that. I want it to be a swap. But I think a swap's more fun. Everyone is dying to see.
So you think they're going to swap and then do a double tribal?
I think
Well,
they're going to do a double tribal, not tell them it's a swap, people vote out,
you
and
think-
then actually
okay.
after the votes, JLP is going to be tonight's a little different.
Okay. The
Yeah.
people-
Tony, you're going.
you're saying the people they vote for are going to swap to the other tribe?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were saying they're going to do a tribe swap. Like, you know,
No.
it's
Sorry,
like, oh,
no.
we're doing a tribe swap now, and then they go to tribal. It's like, well, the people who have just swapped tribes are screwed then.
No, I meant they're going to vote and think they're voting someone out, but actually it's going to be a switcheroo, kangaroo. And
That makes
We
more
were trying to
sense.
work out, weren't we, how they get 10 episodes into 3 weeks or whatever it
Whatever,
was.
maybe
And
that.
it felt like there needed to be a non-11 week.
well, we just really hope Tony doesn't go.
Anyone but Tony.
And also, I'm quite ready to see the dynamics shaken up a bit.
Yeah, same. I want to see this mixture of Aussies and world.
The challenge.
The challenge. Right. Just a quick comment. Oh, yeah, trophy waffies.
Trophies are back.
No reward challenges this season, it seems.
I wrote that, and it's like 86
Apart from
minutes.
the
in
very
it.
first challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they always do that one to start with. But then we haven't had, like,
80
isn't they always do like a set your camp up kind of?
86 minutes an episode, but no time for a reward.
No, that
Do
just shows the
you think they're happening and we're not seeing them? Or do you think they're just not bothering with
I don't think they're bothering because
No, I don't
it's
think
such a
so.
short season.
Because, right, think about it. It's like every 2 days they're doing a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
It's too much.
They just
Yeah.
don't need rewards for 2 weeks.
They might
Yeah.
do one more towards the end because obviously it produces some quite good like alliance shifts sometimes. But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is the one benefit of a reward is getting to see sidebars in terms of people trying to form new alliances,
Yeah.
things like that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the actual value of the reward to the players, they just don't. They're not gonna get to that point where they're so desperate for a reward.
Yeah, because that's more of a marriage thing, isn't it? Where you see the dynamics, because it's usually just before marriage, it's just the whole tribe gets the reward.
Yeah.
maybe they'll do like a merge feast or something.
Oh yeah, because after merge, you'll be like, and now pick someone else
Yeah.
to go with you.
Yeah, I think maybe they'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. So the immunity challenge itself then, like you said, trophy waffies, got to hold the sandbags above your head. If you let it fall, the trough is going to dunk the water on you, but you can pass your sandbag off to another tribe member.
Classic.
We love these challenges where you can force your weight upon somebody else
Yeah.
for them to stay in the challenge. Also, I noted quite fun sandbags.
Oh, they were like coloured. Weren't they like rainbow
They
almost?
were like not boring ones. They were quite like marble effect almost.
Like your old Hessian sack.
Yeah.
You know, it's-
Really loved this comment from Lisa saying, I think I'm going to be quite bad at this.
she is everywhere. She is us all.
Yeah, she's walking in like, oh, it's holding sandbags up. I think I'm going to be quite bad at this.
Yeah, she was actually so good at it. She lasted the like whole time.
Lasted longer than
Yeah.
Cerie, although Cerie's was obviously an accident, but
Yeah. Oh, that's such a like, just cuts deep. You know what? In Contenders versus Challengers, the first one.
champions versus contenders.
Champions. I always say that. I think it's because I get confused with gladiators. Yeah. First season of that's how someone went out of the final immunity challenge because they just did like it was just like a reflex thing where they just just switched their hands and their hand was off.
It was
for like
someone
a second.
who they either adjusted their cap or went
that was
to throw their
it.
cap off
That was
or
it.
something. Yeah.
It was that guy.
Who was it?
Grubby. I only remember the nickname.
Grubby.
That's what Shani and Fenella called him.
Oh yeah,
I forget his name. But yeah, like it's so easy, just a little slip of the hand and you're out.
You have to really focus. You can't zone out. You have to be really like aware of what you're
Sarah reminded. Gotta focus.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus.
Well, this is what makes these kind of challenges even harder when they're like several like a week or two or even just into their whole like journey in Survivor. If you're a week or two into Survivor, you are knackered. You don't have mental acuity anymore. Like it's so easy to make a mistake like that. But yeah, like you said, like an hour into the challenge, you're just like bushed.
Oh my
I liked JLP at the start of it telling, like, you know, saying who'd all done the challenge before. And then Par was like, yeah, I did hold my hands above my head for 6.5 hours.
Yeah, that was wild, that one, actually.
It was.
We also get quite a lot of chat from George in this challenge.
What is he up to?
What was he up to?
He's taken another page out of Miles's book.
Yeah, no, but Miles wouldn't be, well,
Oh, no, he
commentary,
was,
yes,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't have been spilling those tribe secrets, do you think?
did?
Wouldn't he?
Did he?
Remember when they did the tribe swap and Miles was just telling them everything?
Was that not Ali?
She did as well, but then it was like later, it was the tribe swap, and Zara was fuming and she was like,
yeah.
tell Miles to stop doing that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, then you're right then, Will. Sorry, I take it back.
It's all right. You're forgiven.
So yeah, he's just spouting all sorts across the tribal lines. He's blowing kisses to Tony.
Tony's like, come over here and give me a hug.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had. Blew the
I would
challenge.
have, I'd have dropped the trough.
Trophy.
If somebody else had have been doing that on his tribe, that would have been like a massive strike against their name. He would not have been happy with that. So what was he doing? What was the play?
Does have form for a bit of Matt chat nonsense. He's like,
Yeah, true.
he was the first person to go on about hostages and stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
He was just, I think, that confident.
Letting them know it wasn't like a unanimous Dave vote.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying really hard to get in with Parv and didn't want her to think that he was responsible for the Dave vote.
Maybe.
Could
But
have
does
been.
he even know that Parv and Dave knew?
Oh, yeah, true.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
don't-
Inexplicable.
Another inexplicable move.
I can't explain anything,
If
George.
you can call it a
didn't.
move.
What?
If you can call it a move.
Yeah, it's really weird because usually George's moves are just like strategic,
Calculated.
gold.
He's a
Yeah.
politician. He's King George of Bankstown.
I know.
Yeah, inexplicable.
Yeah, I don't know what he was up to.
Sorry, George.
He was quite good in this challenge, though, I will say.
Yeah, he was.
It was. I think it's a valid strategy as well to try and like talk the other team into distraction. You know?
Yeah.
It's like just keep yapping at them and eventually they'll lose focus and they'll drop
But
a
I think he was distracting his own tribe because they were all so bamboozled that he was telling them all this stuff.
Yeah, obviously Sarah was just like so blown away by the whole thing that she dropped the sandbag and lost the challenge for them.
No. Oh, God. You would just feel so guilty.
She was so close a couple of times
Yeah,
already. Though.
she
like, you
was.
could tell she was struggling.
Do you know who was a beast in the challenge?
Pav?
Yeah, really was. And
Tony. Yeah.
And Tony, yeah.
Tony
and
was-
Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa, but do you
Oh,
know,
well,
right?
tribe.
If you were struggling and you had Parv next,
If
you're
I
like,
had Parv
you're
first,
amazing.
yeah,
You're
right.
so strong. I would not be
I would feel like I could take on the world.
Yeah, I could lift all the trucks.
Yeah, I'll lift this entire tribe.
I'll take all the sandbag.
Well, we get then, like you said, Sarah slip. The trough falls and it's Australia going back to tribal council for the second time in a row. Another date with JLP.
Yeah. Would either of you have predicted that 3 episodes in, it would be Australia who had been to tribal the most?
No,
No.
I really thought the world tribe were going to get smashed.
I
Even
also
before Rob
assumed-
went home.
Because I think traditionally people see Australian Survivor and it's like the buff people, right? It's like there's a much bigger focus on physical challenges in Australia.
Is there?
Or
Yeah,
like-
challenges are worse. The whole series is longer.
yeah.
I took one look at Rob and thought, world are winning everything. So that just
Actually-
shows how fickle I am.
As soon as he went, they started winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony just needed to shine.
Wrong.
Rob was dragging them down.
What's the problem?
He was
Who'd have thought?
Too
I
much
actually-
muscle.
I actually would have loved to have seen an alternate world version of that challenge with both Rob and Dave still in it to see how that would go down.
What, the sandbag
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Oh my God, there's no way Rob would be putting his arms down, surely. And
No, I didn't say it would.
remember, yeah, no, I'm agreeing with
No.
you. On Dundee, we saw Dave do a similar challenge. Do you remember where he had to hold up that thing for
Yeah.
ages? And he was very successful.
Australia lose again.
Yeah.
We get a nice wee bit from Shawnee saying that she thinks George probably knows all the birth times of the world tribe, all their astrology charts and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's so fuming about him shouting over to them. And she's thinking he's definitely jumping ship as soon as we merge.
I think she's onto something there. I can imagine him charting the birth charts and whatnot beforehand. His pre-game. George has devised some strategy here, which he is extremely confident in, that he is going to get Luke to vote for Janine and Janine to vote for Luke. And he tells them this straight to their face.
Janine can get juiced and Luke can get liquidated. Then he walks over to the pair of them and another nice three-person conversation.
Yeah.
Inexplicable. And he tells them both that they have to vote for each other.
This is a running theme of George just blurting stuff directly to people's faces, isn't it? Little does he know that isn't the plan that the rest of the tribe want to go with. They think it's time to dethrone King George.
There's also that bit where it's just George and Luke talking, and Luke's trying to say something to him, and George just keeps talking over him.
Yeah.
Won't let him talk. And
he's very patronising to Luke in this bit, actually, isn't he?
He's like Shawnee or someone comes over, he's like, I'm just having a very stern chat with Luke.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know how Luke didn't just...
I know. Well, this is it again. Like,
I could tell Luke wanted to smack him.
Oh,
yeah. But this is the mark of a good player, that they're keeping their composure because they think if I blow up here, it's going to indicate to him that I'm trying to blindside him. So they're keeping their composure in order to execute the move.
Yeah, Luke's just saying when George isn't there, King Dingling is going home.
I really liked the bit where Janine was like, George is a maniac. He is he's just going completely wild in this. There's another quote I've got from him where he says, they will bend their knee to their king or they get their torches snuffed. I don't know how he has such confidence in this plan at this time, because usually he's so good at picking up when people are trying to blindside him. It must be good kudos to Shawnee, actually, because she's obviously played him extremely well, kept him very close and made him feel really comfortable in that alliance, enough so that he does not see this blindside coming.
He's the Mad King.
He's the Mad King. I am so here for Shawnee's revenge. She does revenge well. Let's not forget about Abby and Lydia.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen it drawn out slightly more, but I get with such a short season, we don't really have time for that.
She had to take her chance.
She did have to take a chance.
And it was Sue's big move.
Wanted her to draw him in closer, make him feel comfortable, and then blindside him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Revenge.
But I just don't feel like we have.
But she wouldn't have got the chance.
Yeah, she already missed one chance as well, she said. So she did what she had to do, and I was very impressed with it. George at Tribal is just on another level of confidence.
And he's saying, Janine, you just need to sort it and come up with a plan.
Yeah, figure it out, Janine.
For God's sake, Janine.
And Janine, meanwhile, is like, oh, you think you can tell Janine Ellis and Luke Toki what to do?
Yeah. I mean, you can see her face at that tribal council. She has never been spoken to like this in her life. She is surrounded by people who work for her and who respect her as one of Australia's most prominent businesswomen. And here's George, King George of Bankstown. It's like, figure it out, Janine.
Oh my God, that impression was dead on.
Oh God. She just looked so bamboozled when he was saying that to figure it out.
Bamboozled is the word. She couldn't believe it.
Figure out.
Oh my God. So, I mean, Janine figures it out in her own way, I guess, because she thinks that George has got an idol, so she wants her and Luke to lay 2 votes on Shawnee. So if he does play an idol, it's not Janine going home. This really solidifies here Luke and Janine as a tight alliance.
Yeah.
Luke actually does.
I love this little alliance.
Yeah, I like it too.
Luke and Janine. It's a pairing I never would have predicted.
It's quite nostalgic.
I'm quite here for it, yeah.
I liked how he was she whispered it to him and he was just like, done.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, same. Same. I'm really enjoying that alliance.
Yeah.
And then we also get Kirby solidifying her alliance with Shani. Because Sarah's put her to the test and said, I want you to vote for Shani tonight. And she doesn't. She votes for George.
Yeah.
Lucky as well, because otherwise it would have been Shani going home.
Yeah, but then Sarah also voted for George. So you think, did we miss a conversation there?
That was weird.
Or was Sarah just testing Kirby?
I think she was just testing.
Right.
Because I think she still wanted George to go home. Yeah, but testing and Kirby it'd be interesting to see how that plays out, actually. This tribal from George was just...
It was wild.
It was like he was in a different tribal to everyone else.
Yeah.
Was.
He was so convinced that it was going his way.
It was really weird to go from that like BAFTA or Emmy winning tribal
where he
with
had
the idol.
such a good grip on what was going on.
Yeah. It's like...
I mean, we're going to go around in circles.
Yeah,
again
we
about
will.
How
Right.
inexplicable George is.
Right, come on.
I mean, really,
hours have been doing this.
we should have watched the follow-up episode. It might have like shed some light on
probably
what
have all the answer. Probably everyone's watched it and they're like, George just said he wanted to make good TV. And these bozos
like,
puzzling it out.
It's 8:30 p.m. We don't have time.
What was his plan? We didn't have time. Need to get this done. It's 2-hour podcast.
A podcast to release.
I mean, has anyone got anything else they wanted to add for that episode?
Just a quick one. Like at the end of the tribal, I did enjoy as well how it was George saying to Shani, like, "Oh, was it you, Shani? Did you make the move?" And she's like, "Yes, it was me." He's like, "Oh, good. I'm glad you got yours."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Yeah, well, it was a team effort, apart from the Shawnees."
Yeah.
And then Janine's like, "Oh, that was my fault. Sorry."
That was me figuring it out.
Yeah.
That was Janine figuring it out. I also loved JLP. God is dead. The king is dead. And looks like King of the Jungle.
What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean? He's all
sorry,
King
Luke.
of the Jungle.
Oh, another like incredible episode.
An incredible episode to the end of the first incredible week of Australia versus the world. We knew it was going to be good, but who knew it was going to be this good?
Oh my
We
God.
didn't figure that out.
We didn't figure that out. We've not figured anything out so far. It's been so wild.
Yeah.
And then we've not got hands on anything.
Who knows what's going to happen next?
Blindside bingo. Will we do a catch up on it next week and see if we've got across any of? Because I don't think
because I don't think
any.
I've got a single cross off
No,
yet.
I've got nothing.
That's a short segment, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. Blindside bingo segment. None of us have anything. Bye. Well, that wraps it up for week 1 of Australia versus the world.
And what a week it's been.
Absolutely electric. I cannot wait for next week. We will be back discussing the same thing again next. Well, not the same thing again. The new week.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Interesting.
But in the meantime, we will be sharing all of our thoughts on Instagram and TikTok. You can catch us at Make It to Merge Pod. We will be back with a new episode next week.
And all aboard the Tony train.
Choo choo.